The average author spends between $1,500 and $3,000 on a writing conference. That's the cost of a professional book cover, a full marketing campaign, or 6 months of targeted advertising. Yet research shows that 70% of authors never follow up with their conference connections, and 85% can't name a single tangible business result from their last conference. They're treating professional development like an expensive vacation instead of a business investment with measurable returns. Conference season is starting, and successful authors approach it completely differently than everyone else. They select conferences strategically, prepare like they're launching a book, network with specific goals, and follow up systematically. The result? They turn conference attendance into speaking opportunities, collaboration partnerships, and direct book sales that pay back their investment 3 to 5 times over. Today, we're breaking down exactly how the top-performing authors maximize conference ROI, from selection criteria through post-event follow-up. And if you find this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We analyze what actually works in publishing every single week. The first mistake most authors make happens before they even register. They choose conferences based on location, convenience, or because a writing friend is going. Successful authors use a completely different framework. They start by defining what success looks like. Are they looking for agent connections, craft development, marketing skills, networking with authors in their genre? Each goal requires a different type of conference. Here's what this looks like in practice. A thriller writer researching conferences doesn't just look at the agenda. She examines the attendee demographics, checks which agents and editors are attending, and reviews the speaker roster for marketing professionals who understand her genre. She's comparing her $1,500 investment against the specific opportunities available. Can she pitch agents? Are there editor appointments? Will she learn marketing strategies she can implement immediately? The data on conference preparation is remarkable. Authors who spend at least 10 hours preparing before the conference report 4 times more valuable connections than those who show up cold. This preparation isn't about packing. It's about researching attendees, preparing a professional introduction, setting up coffee meetings in advance, and creating materials that work beyond the conference itself. This is where smart authors make a crucial decision about their business cards and promotional materials. Instead of printing a static URL that might change or a specific book title that limits them, they use dynamic QR codes. A tool like Mins lets you print professional materials once and update where they point forever. Your conference business card from this year can promote your new release next year, your book club sign-up the year after, and your speaking services 5 years from now. Same physical cards, different campaigns, no waste. You walk into any conference and you'll see 2 types of authors. The first group sits quietly, attends sessions, maybe exchanges a few business cards and leaves. The second group seems to know everyone, has meaningful conversation, and walks away with specific next steps and new relationships. The difference isn't personality. It's preparation and system. Successful authors develop what industry research calls a professional positioning statement. It's not an elevator pitch about their book. It's a clear, memorable explanation of who they serve and what makes their work distinctive. Instead of saying they write historical fiction, they might say they write historical mysteries featuring female scientists that libraries love for book clubs. That specificity creates conversation and connection. The networking data reveals something counterintuitive. Authors who talk about their books sell fewer books at conferences than authors who ask questions and build genuine relationships. The goal isn't immediate sales. It's creating connections with people who might interview you on their podcast, collaborate on a marketing campaign, introduce you to their agent, or recommend your book to their readers 6 months from now. Here's a real example of how this works. A romance author attends a regional conference with a specific goal. Connect with 3 authors who write in complementary subgenres for a potential cross-promotion. She researches attendees beforehand, reaches out via social media to set up coffee, and comes prepared with a specific collaboration proposal. By the end of the conference, she's part of a newsletter swap that reaches 30,000 new readers. That's a measurable return from strategic networking. The follow-up system is where most authors fail completely. Research shows that 70% of conference connections never receive any follow-up communication. Meanwhile, successful authors have a system. Within 48 hours, they send personalized emails referencing specific conversations. Within 2 weeks, they've moved valuable connections to a CRM system. Within a month, they've created at least one piece of content or collaboration from Conference Insight. Quick pause. I need 20 seconds of your time. I wouldn't interrupt if this wasn't worth it. Your QR code is in 5,000 books. How many readers actually scanned it? Which city are they in? You have zero data. Mins tracks every scan, location, time, device. You finally know who your readers are. Links in the description, www.mins.at. All right, where were we? The authors who get the most value from conferences treat them as content creation and relationship building opportunities, not just learning experiences. They take strategic notes during sessions, photograph key slides, and plan how to apply insights immediately. But they also think bigger. Every conference generates material for at least 4 pieces of content: a newsletter sharing key insights, a social media series featuring speakers and sessions, a blog post analyzing industry trends, a video discussing what you learned and how you're implementing it. This content serves multiple purposes. It provides value to your audience, demonstrates your professional engagement, keeps you connected to conference contacts, and positions you as someone actively participating in the industry. The measurement framework successful authors use is straightforward. They track 3 categories of return: immediate opportunities like agent requests, speaking invitations, or collaboration proposals; medium-term results like newsletter swaps, podcast interviews, or joint promotions that happen in the following months; and long-term relationship value measured by ongoing connections with agents, editors, authors, and industry professionals. Here's where the ROI calculation gets interesting. One author tracked her conference investments over 3 years. Total spend $4,500 for 3 conferences. Direct results: 2 speaking opportunities that paid a combined $3,000, 4 podcast interviews that drove $1,200 in book sales, and a collaboration with 5 other authors that added 800 email subscribers worth approximately $4,000 in lifetime value. Her conference investment generated a return of more than double what she spent. And that doesn't count the craft skills and industry knowledge she gained. The key insight is treating conferences as the beginning of relationships, not one-time events. The authors who win at conferences use tools that support long-term thinking: professional materials with QR codes that update, follow-up systems that nurture connections over months and years, content creation that demonstrates ongoing value to new contacts. Conference season represents one of the biggest discretionary investments most authors make in their business. The difference between treating it like a vacation and treating it like a strategic investment is the difference between vague inspiration and measurable returns. Here's your action plan. First, evaluate upcoming conferences using specific criteria: attendee demographics, networking opportunities, and alignment with your current business goals. Second, prepare strategically by researching attendees, creating professional materials that work beyond the event, and setting up advanced meetings. Third, implement a follow-up system that moves valuable connections into ongoing relationships within 48 hours. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We analyze what actually works in publishing every single week with data-driven insights you can implement immediately. Drop a comment below. What's your biggest challenge with conference ROI? Are you struggling with selection, preparation, networking, or follow-up? And if you want these strategies delivered straight to your inbox every week, subscribe to our newsletter. The sign-up link is in the description. And if you're serious about professional author materials that work for years instead of months, check out Mins. Create QR codes for your business cards, bookmarks, and promotional materials that you can update forever without reprinting. Your conference materials from this year can promote next year's book, your book club, your speaking services, whatever makes sense for your business as it grows. Head to mins.at to get started. The authors who treat conferences as strategic investments rather than expensive vacations are the ones building sustainable, profitable careers. Make conference season count.